Hello guys, it's Mr. Maximo here, Vinny Sandhu for the European Cricket Network with another match preview for a European Cricket Series match, and this is match preview for the sixth match of the European Cricket Series in Capelle, the Netherlands. It's the first game of Thursday, the 17th of September. This game will start at 7 a.m. GMT, which is 9 o'clock in Central Europe. It's 12:30 p.m. in India. As always, you can catch the action here on the European Cricket Network. This match sees Sparta 1888 taking on Excelsior 20. Now today you get a bit of a 2-for-1 because these two teams will meet again in match 8 in the third match of the day. So you can probably use this match preview twice for the Thursday matches if you like. Now, if you do want to catch all the action, you can do so on ECN, whether that's through our website, ecn.cricket, or our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network. And of course, if you're in India, you can catch it on Fancode. And if you don't already, why don't you follow us on social media, because there's so much happening in the world of European cricket. I'm certainly enjoying this tournament so far. We've got a lot of even contests, and I love that in a European cricket series. So why don't you follow us at European Cricket, or you can follow me at Mr. Maximo. I'll also put the link in the description of this video, which will take you to the page regarding this series in Capelle this week. It'll have all the up-to-date fixtures and standings and stats, and that will give you all the information you need to enjoy this tournament as much as possible. So why don't we have a look at what's happening on this second day of the three-day tournament there in the Netherlands. You can see there are 5 matches, and the first match of the day starts at 12:30 p.m. Indian time. Like I said, these 4 teams have all shown they can probably beat each other. It makes it very difficult to predict results, but it certainly makes for great entertainment. Now, we haven't seen a golden ball just yet, and I know the commentators over there were referring to it a lot on the first day of the tournament, that we could get one because there's a lot of close matches. So let's see if we get one on the Thursday, or perhaps on finals Friday. Of course, the format of the tournament, each team will play each other twice, so they'll play 6 preliminary matches each, and then the first and second teams will play off in the final on Friday evening. All right, let's get to this match then. Match 6, but as I said, Sparta and Excelsior will also play in match 8 of the day as well, and that will start 4 hours after this one. We have some likely lineups for you, and for Sparta 1888, they'll be led by their captain Musa Ahmed, with Tim Decock to be their wicketkeeper, while for Excelsior, Tom Hegelman will lead them onto the field, with Stan van Troost coming into the side to do the keeping duties. Well, both these teams were unbeaten on day 1, Sparta winning 3 matches while Excelsior won their 2 matches. Now, there are a couple of outs for either team. Sparta will be without Faisal Iqbal, who is out with a minor injury. Hopefully, we see him back before the end of this series. And they play both of their games on day 2 against Excelsior, like I mentioned. Excelsior 20, they'll be out. Will be without Yelt Schoenheim, who impressed on the first day of the tournament. He was actually their leading run scorer. And Excelsior play 3 times on day 2, 2 of those games against Sparta. So each team kind of missing a key player. Let's see if somebody else can step up and do the business for them. Let's have a look at Mr. Maxo's 11 to watch. Hopefully you find this information useful, particularly if you are participating in some fantasy cricket. And for Sparta, I have super highlighted 2 of their players, starting with Musa Ahmed. Now, he's an opening batsman. He scored a great 61 yesterday, although he did miss out in the other 2 games. This could be another game that he breaks out, although he showed he has been a little bit inconsistent. He could be due for another big score, though, and what better time to do it than in this match. Now, we also saw him bowl. He picked up a wicket and was actually their most economical bowler on day 1. So definitely watch out for Musa Ahmed for Sparta. I've also super highlighted their captain, Musa Ahmed. Now, Bookie struck his runs at an incredible strike rate of 285.71, and that is out of this world. He's also a more than handy bowling option, so he'll have a big job to do carrying the load for Sparta. I've also highlighted some of the other Sparta players, including their keeper, Tim Decock. I like the look of him. He's an exciting young player. He can bat anywhere in the order. And he was actually their leading run scorer on day 1 and their leading 6-hitter. In fact, over half of his runs came in Maximos. And you know I love that. I've also got another batting option there in Mamoon Latif, who showed that he could hit a long ball. I've got Vikram Singh in there, the all-rounder, who is a very adaptable cricketer, and also Manin Singh, the bowler, who picked up 2 wickets on the first day of action. For Excelsior, I have highlighted some of their players as well, starting with a player coming into the team, batsman Luke Crossin. Now, he comes into the side. He's an exciting all-round cricketer who hits the ball hard at the top of the order, so we might see him open, and let's see if he can get Excelsior up to a defendable score. I've also got the all-rounder, Lorenzo Ingram. Now, he is more of a bowling all-rounder. He's a really handy left-arm spinner, and he's only going at a runner ball in the matches so far, and he also has a very safe pair of hands in the field. So he bowled a couple of really key overs in the first day of action, keeping things tight, and I like the look of him as a left-arm spinner. I've also got 3 bowling options in there for Excelsior, starting with Niels Etman. Now, we also saw him make some handy contributions with the bat on Monday. I've got Sohail Bhatti, who took 2 wickets. He was their most economical bowler on Monday, going at only 5.5 runs per over. That's outstanding work. Finally, I've got Rens van Troost. Now, he is another guy who can do it all. He can take the new ball, and he can also be used high up in the batting order if required. So they are my 11 to watch for today, and I certainly think this will be a very interesting contest. If we're talking predictions, none of these matches are very easy to predict, and I think that's probably a good thing, because you know how I love to see even contests. And this is a really interesting match, because I feel in a way that Sparta are kind of the conquerors, if you like, and they like to be really aggressive with the bat and try and hit high scores. Now, Excelsior, they are kind of like the defenders. We saw they're really good at defending scores that look a little bit light on or a bit mediocre, but Excelsior, we saw them doing the job on Monday, defending some scores that looked a little bit below par. So you've got the kind of aggressors against the defenders, if you like, here. But when I looked at these teams, and I think particularly Stronheim being out for Excelsior, that is going to hurt them, I think, in this game on Thursday. So I have predicted Sparta, the host club, to be the winners in this match, or in these matches, although it wouldn't surprise me if they kind of split the games one apiece. I do think that what we saw on the first day is that all 4 teams can beat each other and could beat each other at some point in the tournament. So, of course, there's a lot to play for, because only the top 2 teams will make it into the final. That is the format on the Friday. So you would say from the results on day 1, there are 3 teams really pushing for those final 2 spots, and 3 doesn't go into 2. So for Excelsior to find themselves in the top 2, they will want to win at least one of these games against Sparta, although my prediction is for Sparta to win. And I put their star player to be their captain, Mudasa Bukhari. I think Bookie is a very good cricketer. He's a very experienced cricketer. We saw his power on day 1 of the tournament, so watch out for him again in this match. Well, I'm certainly looking forward to all the action here on the European Cricket Network. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and a comment. I'll get to them whenever I can. Hopefully you're enjoying all of the action of the European Cricket Series wherever you're watching around the world. It's certainly great to have your company and have so many people tuning in, and all the great comments and the positive messages we get about what we're doing in European cricket. Big shout out to the commentators over there, Corey and Ryan. You're doing a great job. I'm certainly enjoying listening to you. Keep up the great chat. And if you want to get involved, get into that YouTube chat on ECN European Cricket Network while you're watching the game. It's very interesting, and we love to hear your thoughts. But for now, this is Vinny Sandhu, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network, saying enjoy the game. We'll see you next time on European Cricket.